is now time to talk about politics. With me, always a pleasure, is Cathy Allen, a Democrat, and Randy Pepple, a Republican. They are political analysts, and we love to sit down and talk to you guys about so many things. But let's start off with the governor's race right now. Any surprises that's happened in the last couple of weeks, Cathy?
No, there isn't. In fact, that's the surprise, is that there's nothing going on. It's sort of like right now the race is actually closer than most people thought. It's actually about 44% to 38%. It's about that kind of spread, and I expect we go into elections with that.
No big surprises in that Dave Reichert is going to emerge as the Republican choice, and Bob Ferguson's going to emerge as Democrat choice. The only question will be, do the challengers even get to 10%? Do Semi-Bird and Mark Mullet get to 10% out of single digits? I don't think so. The second question is, does Ferguson get over 50%? I mean, he has invested so much money in this race. He's outspent all the other candidates combined, and he needs to get a majority to come out of this strong going into the general, and we'll see whether that actually happens, because there's not a lot of enthusiasm out there, that's for sure.
On either side for that race.
On either side. So I'm going to, challenge you guys a little bit right now. I know it's hard to be nice to the other side, but I'm hypothetically speaking, say you are the campaign manager for the other side. So for you, for Reichert's side, what advice do you have for them? And then I'm going to turn that same question to Randy. Cathy?
I would say he's doing good right as it is without my advice. I mean, he's doing pretty good when it comes to his message. It's succinct. It's actually helping people decide between the two gubernatorial candidates, and it's very articulate. And when he looks you in the eye and says, that's the difference between Bob Ferguson and I'm going, that's good. That's very good. I'd say keep going. Keep doing that.
Really?
Yeah, it's
okay.
quite good.
Okay, what about you?
Well, from Ferguson's standpoint, the Attorney General has to get people to ignore his last 12 years in office. And he's doing that right now with ads saying, my #1 priority is public safety. I do not think that's going to be sustainable for him. I mean, people look around and go, we don't feel safer. So if that's your #1 priority, something has gone wrong. So I think he needs to pivot and start talking more about what he's going to do different than Jay Inslee. And he hasn't come up yet with what he can say there, but he's got to come up with something after the primary to start to differentiate so that people can say, okay, something would be different. Because if it's just going to be the same, that's the biggest challenge for Bob Ferguson. If this is a status quo election, he's fine. But if it's about change, which most elections are, he's got to somehow come up with change.
It's hard to be in a race talking about public safety with a former sheriff. That is a pretty big deal, and that's one thing that Reichert has going for him, is that, no one's going to out-cop a cop. And so from that perspective, when it comes to public safety, he's pretty safe there. What has to happen in terms of my own party is we have to start changing our tune to economics and jobs and that nasty escalating prices in everything. That's where we have to land. If we're going to talk about public safety, Dave Reichert's probably got a hole there. He probably can stand pretty tall.
Well, to vote in the primary election, you can mail in your ballot, but it must be postmarked by Election Day. Official ballot drop boxes and voting centers will be open until 8 p.m. on Tuesday. If you want to find one near you, we have all that information up on our website, fox13seattle.com/links.